The question, what does St. Stephen mean to me, brought me thinking over 3 decades of time that I have shared with Marcia and our family at St. Stephen. On our wedding day, Pastor Ron Moore used the analogy of roots being woven together to support the giant redwood trees, which stretch several hundred feet up in the air, but are really underlined with very shallow roots. They hardly ever fall over, however, because those roots get intertwined, and that feels like very much my connection with St. Stephen over these years. Additionally, I would say for me, it's been a long-term dedication and real joy in working with our middle schoolers, which encompasses most of my 30 years with St. Stephen. Zip lining with confirmands to be, having communion on a 12,000 foot peak, the time on the boundary waters with some of our high schoolers. Additionally, I'd say really the connections through some of the adults. Marcia and I engaged in the lead process with several other people several years back, and that was just really some heartfelt time for both of us, certainly for me, deepening connections into the Bible, especially the chapters on Acts that we spent a lot of time in, and then to some very personal family times. The wedding I mentioned was in St. Stephen. The baptism of both of our boys has been in St. Stephen. The absolute depth of sorrow through the passing of our son Stephen, and the amazing outreach by our St. Stephen friends through the grief process that we went through as a result of his passing. And then the joy of our son Greg and daughter-in-law Andrea getting married at St. Stephen. Truly, it's been a community all the way, from the very youngest among us to the senior of the seniors. We've experienced several pastors during our tenure at church, all of whom have touched us in various ways. I want to celebrate particularly our intern pastors. They have been inspirational in so many ways, and to have their youth and excitement about their ministry has just been a true joy. So in summary, I'd say a lot of different connections, all related to some wonderful people through decades of our time together, really is the power of St. Stephen.